Hey fam, Thomas coming in hot from the editing booth. A little sore throat going on, so I missed the actual episode record, but I wanted to pop in and let you know that we've got another big Pauper event coming up in the spring in upstate New York, the inaugural Upstate New York Pauper Open, coming to you March 1st at K2 Brothers Brewing in Walworth, New York. Kalikai's brought this to our attention, wanted to make sure we shared it on the show, so you can probably hit him up for more details. It's a 64-player cap event. Cash prize is up to 1.5K if we hit the cap, yeah, it's going to be a great time. There's a trophy, a life-sized Atog crown for winner photos. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff, some vendors, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to film feature matches for some content down the road. It's going to be a great time. So if you're in the Northeast or you're willing to travel for a big Pauper event like this, make sure to hit them up. Hit up Kalikai's for if you have any questions. And yeah, we'll include the link in our show notes. Just wanted to make sure y'all heard about another great Pauper event. You'll hear more about our January 18th event in the episode as per usual. And also about how our time was in Atlanta. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Common Ground MTG.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast. Your favorite podcast, we're talking about your favorite format, Pauper. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler. As always, joined by one, the only, the infamous... From downtown, all the way from Lebanon, Tennessee, James. I just ousted you. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. James Hippo Hieronymus, how you doing, buddy?
I am here and present and accounted for.
Woo. Yeah. No Thomas today. He's feeling a little bit under the weather. We all just got back from Atlanta. Yep.
So we all kind of feel. Ugh.
Yeah, we all got the con crud. But Thomas was particularly not feeling up to it, so we're like, nah, dude, we got this. We can carry the torch for you. Don't worry.
For a week, we can do it.
We can do it. So we already said we went to Atlanta. How was your whole experience? You didn't play in the main event, right?
No, so a couple reasons for this. I'm sure I've made kind of a point in the past to say that, like, I kind of take a step back from, like, playing Magic super competitively. It's very good for me to do that, I think. And also, there was something that happened on Friday there was an event scheduled for Friday that I wanted to make sure that I was there for, and I knew that I wasn't going to get any sleep because of this event, so I decided not to play in the main event. Our buddy Carson had a gig here in Nashville that I wanted to come catch before Atlanta, and immediately after his gig,
he played guitar in a System of a Down cover show.
Yeah, it was really, really sick. It was
cool.
It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And so myself, him, and our buddy Matt drove down literally right after the show. We drove down to Atlanta for about 4 hours and got in about 3:30 in the morning, I think. Mm-hmm. So not much sleep occurred for basically anyone.
But our buddy Matt played in the main event.
Yeah, he day two'd.
Yeah, he day two, which is
day
really
two'd
cool.
on no sleep. Cool.
Yep.
But yeah, so. But I had a great experience, you can say, because I am able to, not stress about the main event a bunch. It was kind of nice. Had a nice chill weekend. Got to play a couple Pauper events.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got to see some people I hadn't seen quite some time. A couple I'll mention on the show. So
that's like the best part about like these events is like seeing like the cross country Magic friends and stuff. Like, I love it. I did play the main event just real quick. I played the Gruul aggro deck with the Mice package and Innkeeper's Talent and the Seek the Beast to draw the cards. Deck felt really, really good. Day two, it was my first day two ever at a big event. Like, this is my first GP style event because I didn't play when GPs were a thing. So it was really cool to experience this, and it was really cool to day two, my first GP like this. So super proud of myself for that. Day two... So I day two'd with a record of 6-3. So I needed to go 6-0 on day two for any like big cash prizes, and 5-1 to like medium cash prize plus a nice promo. But I started off with a win on the first round day two, but I got a loss, and after that I'm like, do I want to try to 4-0 or do I want to go catch a Pauper side event?
What did you do?
I caught a Pauper side event.
You caught these hands too.
Yeah, I did catch some hands.
These hands.
But you played Pauper day one of the main event, right?
I did. I played Pauper on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep. What'd you play on Saturday?
On Saturday, so the events at these like GP style events, they're like 3 rounds, get ticks based on your wins, and then if you're 2-0-1 or 3-0, you get some extra ticks at the end. So I played Dredge for the first one. I just wanted to play something kind of fun, get myself loosened up a little bit. So played Dredge. My opponent round 1 was playing Blue-White Familiars, and I took that one 2-0. Game 1, nothing really crazy happened. Game 2, my opponent mulliganed to 5 and didn't draw any sideboard cards, and never drew anything that stopped me from doing what I was doing, at all.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, that's the game. Round 2, I played against someone I played before in Legacy, actually, at our local store. I remember them from when I sat across from them. I was like, oh, we've played before, right? And he's like, yeah, I think we played in Legacy.
From Nashville?
I don't think so.
Okay, interesting. It's the area.
It's I think they just may have just come up here for a Legacy Saturday or something. I don't remember exactly, but they were playing Mono Blue Fae. It was a fun match. Again, they're not playing Graveyard Hate, so I didn't really have to worry about anything. I could just kind of go balls to the wall. If I fought through game 1, I fought through putting a Lotless Giant into play 5 times. The 5th time was the magic number or something like that.
It's what you needed.
Literally one. I was like, I just need to put this into play and you die immediately. And that was what happened. Game 2, he got it, and then game 3, same kind of deal. Just kind of fight to put a Lotless Giant in play. And then round 3, I played against Blue-Black Fae. This was a really fun match. We decided to split before anything happened, just because.
Yeah.
So there's no feel bads for anybody. And then this match was really cool. Game 1, I got it. Game 2, they got it. Game 3, I kept a hand that was roughly as follows. It was Conduit Pylon, Scrapwork Mutt, Rebel Belt Maverick, plus 2 other cards, whatever they were. And I was like, okay, this hand looks at lots of cards. I was like, if I find a land cycler or I find another land anyways, this hand is going to function just fine. And I was able to cast almost all of the spells in my hand. Eventually, by the time I died, I even drew more ways to look at more cards. It's I found another Rebel Belt Maverick. I can look at more cards. Oh, I drew another Scrapwork Mutt. I can look at more cards. And I never found another colored land the entire game. And I'm like, and so my opponent got me. But they were super nice. They were super chill. And so we went and collected our prizes, and that was that. So 2-0-1 in the first 2-0-1 or 2-1, however you want to look at it.
And that was the first time in a while you've played Dredge then, right?
Yeah, it was the first time since
at Jay's place, our friend's house, when you played it.
No, I played it at locals.
Okay.
I think it was the following month.
Okay, gotcha. So pretty soon after.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I played in one Pauper side event on day 2. Like I said, I dropped in the main event after I received my 4th loss. Because I didn't want to grind out for the 4-0. It wasn't for me. Played a Pauper side event. I decided to play Mono Blue Fae. James, you and Thomas were also playing this one. You were on, I'm going to spoil it, you were on Grixis Affinity, and Thomas was playing my Jump Brute Scale deck I gave him to borrow. I think he ended up going 2-1, I believe. But
yes.
To start us off, I'm playing my first round, and we met a listener of a show. Tanner comes up to me. He's like, "Are you Cameron?" I'm like, "I am." And he's like, "From the podcast?" I'm like, "I do the podcast." He's like, "I recognize your voice." I'm like, "That's super sick," because I was still starting to sound like crap towards the end. And I'm like, "That's awesome." So it was really, really cool. He's been Tanner. He's been listening since episode 1, so that's really, really cool. Shout out, thank you.
That gives us feel goods.
It does. It feels really, really good. It's awesome. But round 1, I'm playing Mono Blue Fae, if I didn't say. I think I did already. With my beautiful foil Lorwyn Islands.
They are very pretty.
I'm playing against Orzhov cat food deck with the gate stuff. They might have had a green splash going for the Bloomborough food heaped harvest. Mm-hmm. Didn't see that, but they had the gates package and the Cauldron Familiar, sack it with the Limbus to bring it back. And they also had the 1 black 2/2 creature or 1/1 creature. You can sacrifice a creature and it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So they had that going on. So you could sack the Cauldron Familiar a bunch with it, pump it, and swing with that guy. Mm-hmm. It went pretty well for fairies. Is
it Nantuko Husk? Is that the card?
That might
Is it 2 and a black 2/2?
Yeah.
Yes, in Tuco Husk.
Okay. I can't remember. I thought it was a vampire.
That was a standard all-star during Rally of the Peasants standard.
That sounds fun.
That was a very fun deck to play.
But I got there 2-0. Just fairies felt really good into that. I had just the perfect fairies thing, starting with Fairy Seer, getting a ninja on turn 2, and just holding the Spellstutter Spray. Got to do the whole snap Spellstutter Spray counter, all that fun stuff. Round 2, I played against one James Hippo Hieronymus.
You sure did.
And you were on Grixis Affinity, and
which is traditionally a horrendous matchup for the Grixis side.
You hit me with this is a terrible matchup. I'm going to lose. And then, spoiler alert, you 2-0'd me.
I did.
You toxic, explicit word. But game 1 was a really interesting game. I think I really punted it away. It was really hard.
There was one decision that mattered across that game.
I had a Fairy Seer Ninja the Deep Hour start. It never saw a third land until maybe turn 5, turn 6, after scrying 4 and drawing 2 extra cards. So I'm just where's my land?
Yeah, you were digging pretty hard for land.
Yeah, and so but I actually got my land, started hitting my land drops consistently, and then was clawing back into this game and winning this game, kind of racing against a Mirror Enforcer. I'm I don't care. I'll let you beat me. I just don't want to get at 8 life.
Yeah, you were able to snap it a couple turns in a row just to time walk me, which is pretty cool.
Yep. And that I just didn't want to drop below 8 because I didn't want to dive to double Gal Blast.
Yeah.
And at one point, you were at 4. I had 3 fairies on board. You cast and I have 2 Spellstutter Sprites with 4 mana open. You cast a Gal Blast on one of my things. I'm perfect. I have lethal now. I'll Spellstutter Sprite one of them. I have 4 power on board. And you're Gal Blast another one. And you have 1 card in hand. And I'm I was thinking about it. I'm do I just want to end the game next turn and Spellstar Sprite this too? And you have 1,000,000 lands on board. I'm if the last card is Makeshift Munitions, I just lose this game completely.
Spoiler alert.
It was makeshift munitions. Yeah, and I decided to counter the second Gal Blast.
So I held that munitions for 5-6 turns. I needed a window to just where it's guaranteed to hit the board, because you can't answer it once it's hit the board.
No.
And I don't think I can lose once it hits the board. Basically,
it's very
hard for me to lose the game at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
So I had to find a turn where I kind of sniffed out double counter spell on a turn. I was I've got 2 removal spells. Let's see if he goes. Let's see if he falls for it, and you did. But you kind of, because you had the way I think that way that turn played out is you had lethal on the following turn if I didn't Gal Blast.
I didn't have lethal if you Gal Blasted.
Or was it? It may have been a turn.
Because I had 3.
I think I was trying to give myself an extra turn.
Yeah, the Gal Blast would. Yep.
The Gal Blast is an extra turn for me.
Yes, exactly.
Because it would put me to 1 on a turn.
Yes, exactly.
So, and so I was cool. Well, if this doesn't, because it's obviously that's what that looks like to you.
Yeah, and I should have just killed you in 2 turns instead.
Yeah,
because it's if I don't care what else you draw as long as it's not makeshift munitions. So
yeah, I'm saying, but
you're not
on my turn, I could have not untapped more confidently and just slammed a makeshift munitions.
Yep, and so. That lets you win that game. In game 2, I got stuck on 2 lands again. After a Fairy Miscreant start, but turn 2, Fairy Seer and Ninja.
Yeah.
And then just could not find the 3rd land drop, and I'm yeah.
And I had 2 removal spells, or 2 or 3 removal spells at the very beginning of the game too, so it's pretty rough for you to start the game off.
Game 3, round 3, match 3. I played against Grover on the Rakdos Madness Goblin combo. And I was kind of just making small talk with my opponent, and I asked them so where are you from? And they say South Dakota, and I just flipped out. I'm no way, where at? And they said where from? That's an hour from my hometown. That's crazy. You don't meet a lot of other people from South Dakota. So I was really, really cool. It was same, not the same exact local game store. They went to the night. Oh, that's mean to say. They went to the bigger, nicer game store in the biggest city in South Dakota, and I was an hour and a half out of the city. So I had a local game store that was just small local. That was always fun though. So that was really cool to meet another fellow South Dakotan in the wild. They were on the Rakdos Goblin combo, and game 1 is kind of a similar story to how ours went, Hippo. And I got greedy with the counter spell again. I think I countered a deadly dispute, and then they just had it all exactly. I'm like, okay, they need to have like first day of class for prospector and a matron here, and they're just like blah, and I'm like nah. And so I'm like that'll happen. And then game 2, I disrupted the combo once and kind of petered out, and then the following turn they were able to just combo again and get me there.
Yeah.
But really, so 1-2 with the mono blue Fae. I'm letting Skura down, but
You need to start playing with those islands in front.
yeah, maybe that'll be the game changer. It was really fun though.
So people could be like, look at my pretty islands.
So how did you do with? I spoiled that you played Affinity.
I did play Affinity. So round 1, I played against Koldotha. Game 1 was kind of a little bit of a grind, but I ended up getting it. Game 2, my opponent played the game very well and gave me no extra opportunities to like get myself back in the game. I had like one turn where I was like, oh, if I draw this and then I draw this, then I'm like, okay. That didn't happen. And then game 3, I kind of pretty soundly took it. My opponent kept like a 1-lander that took them a couple turns to draw the second land, and I just like put Mirror Enforcers into play. I was like, oh, here's the game. You're kind of dead. I think you're dead. And then round 2, spoiler, I played a U. We've talked about that.
What?
Yeah, I played you. I beat you after complaining about how bad the matchup is, because I still maintain that the matchup is horrendous. And then round 3, I got paired against the other co-host. I got paired against Thomas for the 3-0. And he denied me the split, and I was like, all right, we'll see how that goes. And then so we mentioned that he's playing the Brood Scale deck. I am on the play, I believe, for this match. So I beat you.
Correct.
I stomped a mud hole into Thomas.
Oh.
Like, this was not particularly close. Like, it was not. Like, most people are like terrified of like resolving chrysalises and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's cute.
Yeah, why?
Because I get to resolve, like, I get to like game 1 resolve my makeshift munitions. Mm-hmm. So my makeshift munitions plus like a Gal Blast is easily killing Chrysalis even after he's done all the sacking, and he's never keeping more than one on board at a time.
Were you on 2 cast downs too?
In the main, yeah.
Yep.
Then I have 1 on the board. That was game 1, and then game 2, kind of a pretty similar scenario. I just kind of like just beat him into the dirt, like pretty badly. I think I had like a triple. I feel like I had like a good familiar start. I want to say. I don't remember exactly, but nonetheless, took it down. Had to beat both of you. Show you all who the real Pauper player is.
Oh yeah, we're really bad at this, but next Saturday. You know what next Saturday is?
On January 18th, we have the Common Ground Cup at Game Night in Columbia, Tennessee. We have prizing currently up to a 1K if we get the cap of people. Prizes scaling beyond that if we get more. Us 3 will be commentating the day, and it'll be a good time. We'll stream it live on Twitch, and come watch if you can't come play.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you're in the middle Tennessee area or it's
Any surrounding
drivable,
areas.
like come down for this. It's gonna be super, super fun. And if you can't make it, make sure you tune in on coverage. We'll have all those links and stuff in the description below. I think Thomas and I were talking. We're gonna have to start pushing this a little bit harder on like social media and stuff this coming week. So keep an eye out for that. Not keep an eye out. Mark it down.
I know we've got some interest from our normal Bama folks, the St. Louis folks. I'm sure we can get some from the Kentucky area as well. It'll be pretty easy to do.
Oh yeah, I'm very, very excited.
I'm very confident this will do well.
Yep.
I'm very confident. This will be sick. I'm very excited for this.
I can't wait. It's gonna be really, really fun.
sick. It's nice for us to get to like watch this, observe this occurring.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're just like in the world of metagaming against like ourselves and
yeah.
whatnot. It's like it is what it is. So yeah, but come join us in person. If you can't join us in person, come join us on coverage.
So we have 2 challenges to go over. It's just 2. I don't think the Friday one.
One more thing.
Oh, hit me.
So I got to see someone in my first Pauper event that I had not seen in 2.5 years. It's actually a somewhat local player. Kind of put the game down a little bit. He was a judge. He was a great judge, actually. His name is Jonathan Holland. Everybody calls him J-Ho. What a delightful human being. Also loves Tool, so that's very nice for me. But he got to play. He played some Grixis Affinity. I didn't actually catch up with him after the event, but hopefully he did well. So it was really cool to see him. So like say these big type events, it's really cool to see people that you don't get to see all the time. No, he's one of them. I don't get to see him. I hadn't seen him in quite some time, so it was really cool to see him.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. Like, great event. Like we said, we caught up with a lot of friends and stuff. Good showing for like the Nashville crew. Like we had quite a few people. Day 2, we had one buddy in day 1 with an 8-1 record, which is just wild. So shout out Jonathan. You did very, very, very well. It was super sick.
Yep.
It was great to watch that run.
And then our friend Spencer got on the mothership, a little coverage video. He explaining his deck that he played. I think he may have been the only person playing that deck.
Yeah, he was playing Demir Demons, like that Kai Bude list from like the PT or the Worlds event.
Well, he was Kai was playing the Kaito deck. Spencer was playing like the big Doomsday Demon deck.
I thought Kai was too.
No, Kai was playing like the Tempo deck.
Oh, my bad.
That was like the Javier deck.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. It was Javier was playing that. Thank you.
Javier.
Yep, you're correct.
But yeah, no. So he got a little feature. That was pretty sweet. Yeah.
Want to hit us with these challenges? We got 2 Pauper challenges we can go over.
Let me.
And then I'm gonna hit you with a question afterwards.
All right. So on Friday, January 4th, we had 51 players, and
Saturday
the 4th.
Friday
was
Pauper.
Friday was the 3rd, wasn't it? That's
right.
It
was. It didn't fire. I don't know why.
I'm not exactly sure, but anyway. So Saturday the 4th, we had 51 players. Starting off in 8th place, we have Krablinski.
Ooh.
With some what I assume is gardens.
It's something.
It is. I'm sorry. It's just like fog. It's like fog control.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Like fog gardens. Okay,
but it doesn't have the gates.
Yeah, he doesn't need them. He just like took a different route to do it.
Yeah, it's just fog in the gardens. And we'll talk more about it.
In 7th place, we have Beso de Gea on Mono Blue Terror. In 6th place, we have from Pedrostone on Grixis Affinity. In 5th place, Discoverin on the beautiful Mono Blue Terror again. In 4th place, Purgatory 01 on Mono Blue Terror again.
It's a lot of terror.
That is a lot of terror. This is definitely a challenge for terror. In 3rd place, Hamuda on not Grixis Affinity, but on Glee Combo this time. In 2nd place, we have Helldude on Cycling Storm. And then in 1st place, Terminus 0 with the old Glee Combo.
Yeah, fairly stalking list. We're seeing these 3 Tameo Safekeeping and 3 Duress main board becoming pretty stock.
If you're playing like the Jund version with Chrysalis.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Which it just makes sense because like the Duresses and the mixture of the protection just like lets you take the counter spell, and then the protection can save you against the bolt.
Yeah, so one thing I will admit, so in my match against Thomas, like there was literally an audible sigh of relief every single time he put a Cleansing Wildfire on the stack. I'm like, I'm winning the game.
Why is that?
It's a turn he's taking off to do nothing. It's a turn that I don't have to bother. I feel that was a huge relief for me.
Yeah, and it's just like if it didn't do that, it's playing sadistically. It's playing.
Well, God, I would hope it's playing sadistically.
If it's not playing the Cleansing Wildfire, it's taking him a turn off to play an Ichor Wellspring or a Chromatic Star so it can deadly dispute it.
Yeah. So, which again, also these are also in later turns of the game too, where he's like, do this, and I'm like, that is great news for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just taking a whole turn off.
Okay. Yeah. Later in the game.
Like even early and later, because early it's fine too, because it lets me have like a turn to do my own thing too.
Because against like interactive decks in the early mid game, the Cleansing Wildfire is nice because it gives you the extra mana and digs you. It just like cantrips itself. And the deck is quite mana hungry because you want to be able to duress and hold up protection the turn you combo off as well. And sometimes you don't have the makeshift munitions to go off, so you need like the black pips still. Even if you have infinite colorless, you need the black pips to cast your Deadly Disputes and cast your Eviscerator Insights and be able to flash them back and stuff that keep you digging.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm just saying that was my experience. Like when I played against him, I was like, every time he put it on the stack, I'm like, ooh, thank goodness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like that. So,
real quick, this Glee combo deck by Amuda, it's a Jund Glee too. It's pretty interesting. It has 4 Shambling Geist in the main board, which is something we don't like. We will see in the Golgari version quite often, or every now and then, but it's interesting seeing it here
So
too.
one of the decks that I had put in my backpack for the weekend, I ended up not playing it because I could literally, honestly, for pure laziness, I just couldn't be bothered to sleeve it. Which was I had the green-black, like just green-black brood scale put together, and so yeah, we're playing the four. I had the 4 shambling guests in my list as well. But yeah,
Thoughts on Kerblinski's green black fog deck?
it is a list. Let me look at this again.
So it ditched the Gates package that we saw, like the
this
green
is
black
more.
fog deck.
This is
would
just kind of like more gardeny.
it's gardens, but with instead
it's
of
just like
removal, it's
random
fogs. Yeah,
Okay,
It-
I mean,
it-
all right.
it wins the game by killing you of trolls. Like
Yeah.
there's no like
You can. Well, it's also actually, I think a big point here is it plays 4 campfire. That's a big game.
yeah
Like
game
you're
that
not
life,
getting
yeah.
out. You're not getting like grinded out by any other deck. Like there's no other deck that's going to do that.
No.
Like this is going to do it. I still do not understand, and somebody may point it out to me in the future, and I'll have this, that Cameron does, of why people insist on playing Mephitic Draught. I just cannot understand why people play that card over like another cantrip rock. Like I don't understand it. I do not get it.
It's just a 5th.
But you
Like
just
your
play another
Wellspring.
Limbus. Like I think you would just rather play a Limbus. Like you have to look at a card, like look at cards, versus just drawing card.
Yeah, it draws you 2 cards though.
I think I'd rather have the Limbus in this style of deck, though. I think because I want
With
I
the
want the
food?
game to go as long as possible.
Yeah, I
So
get
think,
you. With the,
I think
like,
I
extra
don't think I
life.
want my life to go down. I think I want my life to go up.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting because they have 3 Limbuses and 1 Mephitic
Yeah,
Draw.
that's why I was wondering. I was like, I think it's got to be that what
Because
it's for.
Mephitic Draw is the black Ichor Wellspring that just loses you a life from Rivals Vixalon.
Rivals of
Rivals.
Ixalan?
I always do that. Lost Caverns,
Lost
LCI.
Yeah.
There we go. I always do that. This is really, really interesting. Could you imagine this in like the other black-green splash blue fog deck in a mirror?
I'll just walk away from the table.
Yeah, I'd
I'll
walk
just
away
be like,
from the
I
event.
don't think I want to bother.
Like, I'll come back in 60 minutes.
Yeah, just let me
When
know
you guys are in turn 2.
Yeah, seriously, no kidding.
Turn 2 it turns,
Yeah,
I guess.
no kidding.
A good weekend for Terror. We see Discovered still on like their list. Like this is pretty standard from them. They're on the 12 creatures. They're not messing around with the Murmuring Mystics at
Nope.
all. They're still on their Demon Furiers, which they've been doing really well with, and their Ponders.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, nothing really of note here. I mean, there's the stock Discovering list.
oh yeah. I think the other list as well from this challenge have also moved away from the Boomerangs, and I think they're all playing some number of copies of Demon Fury. It's just like the other deep analysis flex slots and stuff have changed in those other lists. Nothing like too crazy. Anything else you want to point out in this challenge before we move it? Cycling Storm?
Yeah,
anything
Cycling
interesting
Storm's playing a couple interesting cards, like Ghastly Demise is not a card I don't know that I've ever even seen.
there? What is it?
So single black instant, destroy target non-black creature if its toughness is less than or equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. Turns out you're likely to have a lot of cards in your graveyard because you're the Cycling Storm deck.
This
So
is
it's
true.
just kill target non-black creature for a single mana.
That is interesting.
And also playing Vision Charm as well, which is kind of this older one from Visions. It's single blue. It's target artifact phases out,
Oh, yeah.
or target player mills 4 or lands of one player. Or sorry, all lands of one type are basic lands of your choice until end of turn.
And yeah, that is interesting.
That's a weird one.
Interesting. One more thing I want to point out. In top 16, we have a mono white weenie list with 2 recommissions in the main board, which is just something kind of interesting.
I like recommission.
Yeah, the 1 and a white from Brothers War sorcery. Return target artifact or creature a mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If it's a creature, it comes with a +1/+1 counter.
It wouldn't be the Common Ground podcast if I didn't point out who was in 16th place. Luffy Do Chapeau Napala.
You just got to get it in there. Yeah.
Well, it's a guess. Top 16 for Luffy. So let's move it on to the other challenge we had on Sunday. In 8th place, Purgatory.
Real quick, how many player years?
Oh, sorry. 68 players. That's
Awesome.
a lot.
Yeah, that's
a lot of players on a
that's
Sunday.
nice challenge.
Yeah, there's a lot of players on a Sunday. In 8th place, we have Purgatory 01 on Mono Blue Terror. In 7th place, we have Against on Dimir Terror. In 6th place, we have Casanova 13 on Glee Combo. In 5th place, we have Zeninoto on Mono Red Kodoltha. In fourth place, we have Terminus Zero on Glee Combo again. So back-to-back top 8s for them. In third place, we have Demuja. Good lord. I cannot.
Who's in fourth place?
Well,
Third.
third place is Terminus Zero.
Yeah, he's in third.
I'm going to butcher this. Lord knows how this is actually said. Demuja Murcia on Mono Red Kodoltha in third place. And then in second place, we have Beso de Gea on Mono Blue Terror again. And in first place, we have Nascimento on Glee Combo. This was the weekend to play Glee Combo, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. And this list a little different than the others. Zero Malevolent Rumbles.
This is... Whoa, that's wild. Also, they're not... Oh, yes, they are. So this is not Wildfire list. This is just like the hybrid list of the two, which I actually quite like these a lot.
It's only red cards are 4 Writhing Chrysalis and 1 makeshift munitions. Then they have 1 Nadir's Nightblade to combo with as well.
Yeah, and some sideboard cards like some Pyroblast and some Breath Weapons.
Yep.
Other than that, I mean, there's like a singleton copy of Last Rites, which is cool. It's a nice big way to just make your opponent discard their hand, basically.
Interesting. They're playing 2 Colony Gardens, too, so that kind of like turns on your Deadly Disputes and Eviscerator Insight. So they're playing 4 and 4 of each of those, so more draw spells than the regular Jund list. All the Glee combo decks you mentioned were all Jund, I believe, yeah.
I believe that's the case.
Yep. So this is a little interesting list. It looks more like the Golgari list, just splashing red for Writhing Chrysalis, basically.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good cards are good.
Turns out good cards are good.
Who knew?
So yeah, this is definitely the weekend to be playing Terror and Glee Combo.
Mono Blue. Yeah.
Both of them. Blue Terror and Glee Combo was a good weekend for that. Not much Grixis, like 1 copy of Grixis in the whole between the 2 days.
Yeah. And the Mono Red list, Kodoltha list, they had one of Inventor's Axe. So it's red mana, artifact, equipment, flash. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. When Inventor's Axe enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped a creature gets +2/+0, and equip pay 2 energy. So that's kind of interesting. It's just like an equipment that auto attaches, and you can re-equip it once, but after that, it's just a dead equipment that you can sacrifice to Kodoltha Rebirth. So that's kind of a cool, nice little burn spell in a weird way. Like if it hits for 2, it's a shock, and if it hits again, then it's a really good shock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's cool. That's interesting. Nothing of that too crazy. I wanted to pick your brain about something. Did you have anything else on this challenge you wanted to point out?
Nothing particularly.
I wanted to pick your brain about something.
Chat.
There's like a lot of talk in, especially if like you go to Reddit, unsurprisingly, or Twitter or anything on social media, that Pauper is feeling like a little bit stale. And a lot of people like will clamor for bans or anything, and playing other formats, it just really, really bugs me where Pauper is the one place I can go to and have it be stable, where it's not like Standard's going to be having 5 sets a rotation and the decks are a lot more expensive, so it's a lot harder to keep up with that. Modern used to be the format where it's you learn a deck, like I become an Amulet Titan player and I am the Amulet Titan guy, you know?
Well, you can still do that.
Yeah, or you used to be the Death and Taxes guy.
I used to be the
Death and Taxes guy. Funny enough, it's an alright pick right now. It's not fine, like the best pick, but it's just like
it look honestly what you're referring to. The list looks so far from anything that I've played.
Exactly. Yeah.
It looks so far away from anything that I've played before, and I'm like, I don't even know what what correct lines of play there are and such like that.
That's lost in other formats. Is my point now.
Yeah, I like to your point. Yeah, there's like the fact that we do have an amount of stability in the format where it's like, yeah, my deck will be good for however long. My deck will be at least playable. Like. Yeah, we've talked about like a deck that's like kind of fallen out of favor is like the green-red monsters deck, like for example. Mm-hmm. Like the deck's pretty well fallen out of favor. You can still just like randomly play it and just top 8 with it or whatever tournament you're playing.
Especially at the locals.
Yeah, like how many people are playing, like I don't know how many of our listeners play like, online challenges.
That's a great like poll to put one time to figure out, are people playing in the people that listen, are they playing in leagues more, or are they playing at local events more? Like how they, what their relationship with the format is more.
Obviously, like we tend to be more local. Like we tend to play more locals. Like I have played my one like thing. If my computer were any better, I would play more. But
and it's a Wild West.
Yeah, it's like our monthlies are like, we don't know, because like one month we had like the room was like half, like it felt like half Fae, and then the next month it's like overrun by like Coldotha and Grixis Affinity, where we had not had Grixis Affinity in like the room in months. It felt like real. It was like
one every now and then, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's like there were several people playing it, so it's like it could like whatever can happen. So it's a nice feeling. So it's like it's a format where the cards are so cheap that you can kind of change up what you play, like what we do. We just tend to change it up every month.
And like we see like people like we just saw like the red deck trying out like that new Inventor's Axe or whatever, and no, that's not huge big shake up to the format. It's like people are like fine tuning their little niche deck and stuff, not niche.
Yeah, there's no like right now there's not really much a way to reinvent the wheel necessarily.
But the thing is, we saw Kruplinski just show up with like the new black green fog deck, and now that is a real deck.
Yes, so I guess that kind of takes my point away. But with that being said, unless you're also, we can look at it this way. When we look,
it's a lot harder.
We can look at Kruplinski and saying Kruplinski looks at this data, week to week to week.
He can attack it,
and he can attack it effectively every single week.
Yep.
We also look at this data. We look at the breakdown every week as well, and we kind of see what the win percentages of all of these decks are and whatnot. So it is cool to see that, but he's looking at it under a microscope where he can kind of pick a deck for a weekend, because he plays basically every challenge, and he'll play whatever.
And I get like the point where if you're brewing a new deck, there's kind of two constraints. It's, am I going to get run over by Kadoltha?
Yes.
And if I'm a combo deck, am I
faster than Brute Scale?
Yeah, am I better? Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I not playing Brute Scale?
How is my deck better than Brute Scale?
Yeah, why should I play this over Brute Scale, basically?
Yes.
And I get, like, that is a little annoying, but if it wasn't Mono Red Kadoltha, it would be the next fastest deck as the constraint.
Correct.
And it felt like before Jund Brute Scale, there wasn't a tier 1 combo deck pick.
No, the closest thing we had was like the Goblin combo deck, which was like solidly tier 2 for quite
and
some
like
time.
It won one of the Pauper Gens last year too, I believe.
It did that, and like, then I'm saying it would win challenges and stuff. Like it was like the best combo deck.
Yeah, afterwards.
But even then, it was still kind of fragile to like all these things, basically because it wasn't playing green cards. I think green cards kind of like put what is making the Brute Scale deck good.
I guess like, I don't feel like the sky is falling, and maybe that's just because I'm not constantly playing leagues or anything.
I think that is a symptom of the condition. Yeah, we view the format like we're going to view the format differently than somebody who's sitting there constantly playing like leagues or playing challenges like Kruplinski is, or like Kalikai's is. Like they're going to view things very differently than we are.
Yeah, because
they are in the trenches doing putting in the like grunt work for us to sit here and talk about this. So yeah, I'm on your boat of the I don't think things are like that horrendous right now. Yes, I can understand the frustration of people that do see the mono reds, do see the Brood Scales all the time. I get that can be very frustrating. I mean, because I can say that like as someone who has played a fair amount of Magic Online in their time. That like you'll see formats of whatever form, you'll see a format inside of a format, like this set of time where like this deck is like super prevalent, so you play against it a ton. Like that's just part of playing competitive Magic. Like you're going to play against the better decks. There's a reason they're the better decks.
And if it's not them, it's something else.
Yeah. Then, but I think you're in the same. I think you're in the same boat in saying that like there's nothing that's oppressive. There's no one deck at any point that is like oppressive.
Wow, I should just be doing this.
Yes, kind of there's none of that. And it's not. This is not. We've not reached like all the Glitter's Affinity yet.
No,
we've not reached that point of like this is the only thing that you should be doing.
And I hate the sentiment with Magic nowadays where it's ban the best thing, or like the best things need to go.
No,
if it's been the best thing for 3 months, get it out of here.
No, it's because people play so much Magic.
Yeah.
We didn't
Exactly,
have, we didn't
yeah.
have, we, like, I don't know, call it 10 years ago. That didn't happen.
Well, Magic's more popular too.
Yeah, I was like,
10
Magic's
years
more
ago.
popular than it
Yeah.
was 10 years ago, so more people play it and play it more frequently. So they're seeing these things a lot more, and it's just like, again, it's a symptom of the condition.
And Pauper is an eternal format.
Yes.
So it's like that's the point of non-rotating eternal
so
formats. It's
I don't
like,
think anyone has like whined and moaned about fairies being a deck.
no,
Have you heard anyone?
no.
That deck's been a deck longer than
I'd slap them.
any other deck in the format at
I
this
think
point.
I'd slap them.
Yeah, I think that
You
like
know?
that and like whatever variants of Tron you want to call it.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
So like I just can't see that being a real argument. I think the format's fine.
And like the decks do like get like slight changes and stuff, not from how you were saying death and taxes from 10 years ago and death and taxes now in modern.
Yeah.
Like fairies from 10 years ago versus fairies now, it does look some different.
It does.
But it's still Spellstarter Sprite.
It's still Spellstarter Sprite plus Ninja the D-Power. That is
Yes.
still a consistent thing
that
that
is
has
the
been
core.
good.
Yep.
Like that, those two things together have been bread and butter together forever. So yeah, I mean, but nobody's complaining about fairies being a deck, where people are complaining about Kadoltha being a deck, or
Writhing Chrysalis is a
Writhing
card you
Chrysalis.
hear a lot. I like that as one of the pillars of the format. It's a 4-mana 4/5 that explosive vegetation's you once. Like I think that's okay, and they do kind of go crazy in multiples. But really, what decks are playing them? 3 decks?
Yeah, it's just really the brood scale decks, the
Brood
biggest,
scale deck,
and
the
like some variants of
Gruul,
gardens and
and like the Gardens Wildfire list,
yeah,
like Garden/Wildfires, whatever deck you want to call it.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
And so it's not like you take away brood scale there, and it's like it's not seeing a huge percentage of play by any mean. You
No.
just run against it in brood scale, and
Yeah, because like
black is the best at handling it, I guess.
yeah, because they just have actual factual removal spells instead of damage based removal spells, where you would get out of like the Kadoltha decks,
but it's
for
just
example.
same. Black can handle Writhing Chrysalis the same way. It's like white Dust to Dust revoke resistance. That's the best thing to do against Affinity. Still, like you know.
Yeah,
So
and again, there's always ways to stop like a deck from being good in a format. Like if there's something, the format waxes and wanes, and we obviously just
but that's something we talk about all the time.
we literally
Yeah,
just
yeah,
went
yeah.
over that with these challenges. Like, yeah, Blue Terror was a good choice this weekend, huh? Cool.
Yeah.
These people played Blue Terror. It was a good choice. I mean, like obviously, like
It had a
terrors,
like you look at Kraplinski's data, it had like a 55% win rate or something crazy like that, 56% win rate.
which is good.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So again, it's a format where it rewards you for like
Jump
knowing.
Brood Scale, one of these challenge had like a 12% win rate.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like, yeah, the sky is not falling. People are going to play what they want to play. Or if you don't want to, if you want to stop losing to a deck, there's a deck out there that beats X other deck.
Stop losing to it.
Well, there's a deck out there that beats what X deck that you're mad at. Like if you're
100%.
mad at losing to Grixis, play mono white. If you're mad at losing to Affinity, play mono white. Or sorry, if you're mad at losing Affinity, play mono white. If you're mad at losing to red, play mono white. Like those are
Just play mono white. That sounds like the answer.
that sounds like the answer, but it then just loses to Brood Scale.
Does it?
Like,
Raven Charms and all that? Not enough.
no, not enough.
Dang.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you, not enough. But no, like there are decks to beat other decks in the format. Like there's going to be something that's like puts a check on something else.
Yeah.
And we have that. Like we have like the three best decks. We have like the Brood Scale.
Mm-hmm. And we have a whole episode about that where it's like that's a symptom of Pauper is how polarizing some matchups can feel just because the meta is ginormous.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that are very good in the format.
Yes. And because of that, it's just like there's bound to be bad matchups.
Now if you ask me if would I like cards like Core Skyfisher to be more playable, I would absolutely answer yes.
Yeah.
But this is not a world we live in right now. There's a chance that changes.
That could change. Like
That changes if the Pauper format panel's like, yeah, maybe Brood Scale is a little bit much. We don't want to warp the format around it, or Kadoltha's too much. We don't warp the format around it.
somebody figures something out, or they print a new artifact or enchantment.
Yeah, or whatever way that happens to those. That's just those are not the best decks anymore.
Doesn't mean like you can't play Core Skyfisher if you're a Core Skyfisher lover.
Yeah, I mean you like again the mono white deck. It's a deck that you can play. It's a deck that's good. You just have to accept that you lose to Brood Scale.
Our last Team Trios event, the person that beat you, they were on Orzhov.
They were on Warzone Blade.
Yeah, and they did very well that tournament. So
yeah,
it's like,
they think I was their one loss.
Yeah.
In the Swiss, I think.
yeah.
So yeah, the deck's like good. I mean, you can play what you want to play. You just be prepared to either lose to the matchups that you're supposed to lose to, or come prepared to beat those matchups with lots of cards for them.
And I guess like my complaint was more of like the format feels really, really stale, and like not even like me speaking against the ban talk, like, oh, let's ban this, let's ban that. Also against the shake-up talk, like we need some kind of shake-up, like
no, we don't.
Another big set. It's just like
it's okay. It's okay for Magic to be the way it is for like a period of time.
God, please.
It's okay.
Yes, that's my thought on that too. It's just like,
I mean,
let's chill,
I think that's like another thing that's directed at like bigger, more popular formats. I think that's probably the biggest offender of that is like Modern.
Yes, by far. Modern's not Modern anymore.
No, it's not what people call Modern.
No.
It's whatever it is. It's Pioneers. You're basically your Modern format.
Yeah, it's
like what
Modern's,
people when people think
Horizons
of Magic,
format.
like Pioneers. You're like current Modern format, but like,
and so like it's just let's enjoy like the decks you enjoy playing now. So we're not having this conversation about Pauper that Wizards of the Coast ruined it by printing Pauper Horizons.
Yeah, please
or
don't
they
do
just
that. In fact, Wizards, I'm actively asking you don't do that.
Yeah, and because like now we have this conversation. Like Austin was telling me a story about this GP he was playing or something, and I'm like, what deck do you play? And he said like, oh, like the Celestia, the Collected Company with like Voice of Resurgent and like Knight of Reliquary. I'm like, wow, remember when
Green
you could,
white value cards?
Yeah, imagine when you could show up to a Modern tournament with that and not get laughed out of the room. That's sick. You know, like
very cool.
Tar McGoyf is unplayable.
Yeah, I can say I did the same thing. Like I for years and years and years and years and years registered bad Aether Vial white decks in Modern, and I didn't get laughed out. I actually did get laughed out of some rooms sometimes, but
you showed them.
I held my own.
Yeah, you did.
I remember a story from an older SCG grinder from Alabama. I will leave him unnamed. He's a cool guy. But one time I was playing like a invitational, a classic, like when SCG used to do like if you didn't day two this whatever main event, you could play these classic events. So I was playing a copy of Eldrazi and Taxes in Modern. This is probably 2018, 2019, somewhere in there, and I think I was like 6-2 or something. So I was doing pretty well throughout the day, or 6-1 or something like that. And I sat next to this individual, and he knows like that's my deck to play. Like if you know me, at the time that was the deck I played. Like you couldn't have wavered me from playing something different. And he's like, how in the world are you up here with that garbage pile? And I'm like, I know how this garbage pile works better than anyone else in this room does. That's all I got for you.
I get you. Same thing. That's how I felt like after Fury was banned from Grief Scam in Modern.
Yeah.
Like Veritas was a lot more recent, and people were like, yeah, deck's bad now. I'm like, nah.
No, it's still good. Grief's still a good card.
Yeah, because the best card against the deck was Fury. So, the deck's just fine still. Yeah. It's funny. So I get you there. So I just want to have that little conversation with you because our buddy Centillis, who was also in Atlanta, he kind of, like we were talking about, and he's like, I very much agree with you on like the point where it's like, let's just let's let this format be accessible, and because some people don't always constantly think about Pauper, like me, you, Thomas, and maybe a lot of the listeners too, where it's like
even Centillis. I guarantee you Centillis doesn't think about Pauper like once a month.
Yeah,
he thinks about it for the one monthly that we have.
Local, yeah,
and that's
like,
about all he thinks about.
And he'll switch it up every now and then too. Like he played like Grixis Affinity like last week we were talking about, and then it's just so it's nice that it's stable enough that you can set it down, and it's still all reliable when you come back to it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like the world is not gonna have been turned on its head.
Like next year,
be gone
by the end when we do our 2025 recap episode next year, and we're like talking the same, the decks look exactly the same, then maybe that's a little annoying.
Yeah, if by the end of the year, we're still the three best decks are Brood-Scale, Affinity, Mono Reds. Like, yeah, maybe we have a conversation. But like currently, yeah, we've been this way since Modern Horizons, which was in like September.
And
cool.
Yeah,
it's been 3 months.
Yeah, and
4 months.
It was June, Hippo. June. Almost 7 months.
I think Modern Horizons 3 wasn't like terrible. We talked about this with Cali Kai's a few weeks ago too. Like it wasn't like the craziest set in the world. The biggest shakeup was Jund Broodscale, like to come out of that by far, and Writhing Crystals as a card was like the biggest things. And we talked about how we liked cards like Malevolent Rumble and Thraben Charm because
cards that like support the format and are not just like completely groundbreaking.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The support cards are the cool cards. Like,
but eventually there will be new pillars.
Yeah. Oh, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing for not only for brewers, because brewers then can find ways to beat those things, because that's what people do.
Because like, remember we talked about our top cards for like within the first 10 episodes. We talked about our top 5 Pauper cards each. Thomas and I both had Synthesizer in our top 2.
Yeah, it's barely playable.
Yeah,
like, it's playable in one deck.
It one of the best decks.
I mean, yes,
fair.
but like,
but in my context, I'm bouncing it with Core Skyfisher.
Yeah,
yeah.
we all you and I were.
Yeah. Thomas was just gal blasting us and triggering pingers.
Who knew? So yeah, I mean, it's like, let things chill. Just let things be.
Chill out.
They are okay.
Y'all chill out. That's it.
The world is not falling.
Hopefully we get somebody fired up and like, I'm constantly playing leagues and all I play against is Kadolta and Broodscale. And
cool. I talked about this at the top of the episode about why I don't play the main event. I want to have a healthy relationship with the game, and that's why I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's not a healthy relationship you have with the game, change it up what you're doing. Don't play Pauper. I mean, I hate that. Like,
whoa.
Don't play, like, if you're not having a good time playing the format, don't play the format.
Yeah.
Like, do something else. Like, we cube a lot. Like, go cube or
build a Pauper cube.
There you go. Build a Pauper cube, or play another format, or make up a format that you play, or whatever. There's other ways.
We
to
get a
engage.
lot of people that Pauper Battle Box, and if you hate Broodscale, don't put it in your Pauper Battle Box.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And like I think we are just really fortunate where we have big locals, like not huge. Like we will get 20 people at our locals.
Yeah, I think we had I think the biggest we've had is like a 30 plus.
And we'll have a very diverse room.
Yeah, and these are people that are just like, again, do not like sit there and rake the format like looking at data like Krablinski does, but they're just going to be like, I just want to play Pauper this month. And they'll play the exact same 75 that they played the month before.
Yeah.
Or they got a wild hair and they just decided to play something completely different, like Centillus did this past month. He played Grixis Affinity, which was not on any one of our radars.
You just want to see what the
hype was about.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
the deck is very good. I don't know if anybody can tell. But yeah, or you'll have like people that haven't played Pauper in 10 years, like, or however long.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Ellison came and played.
Yeah.
He's like, is my Tron deck legal? Like, you're good.
That's awesome. He just walks up to you. Is this legal? That
awesome.
was
so good. Yeah, so you've got a wide variety of people that are engaged with the format to some capacity. Mm-hmm. So let things be as they are, and if you don't want to engage with the format, go engage with something different. Go touch grass.
Whoa!
Let me tell you, go touch some grass.
Go download Fortnite.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Someone who plays the game, don't do that. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I feel like that was a little good tangent, little rant. I just wanted to get out there too.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know, there's people online are pretty negative, and when I think the format not changing super fast is a positive and not a negative.
I agree.
Okay.
I like things kind of being somewhat stable and not uprooted every month when I go play a locals. It's like, I have to completely change how I
it's very frustrating.
Look at the metagame and so on and so forth.
It's hard to keep up with like RCQ seasons. It's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah, and then I know you and I probably put more thought into what we play on a monthly than most people do.
Yeah, probably.
Because we have, at this point, it's kind of expected of us to just do well.
Yeah, which is annoying.
Which is just like, I can't play some garbage pile. Like, I have to play a good deck.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, which is nice because, like, I can play any deck in the format I want to, and it'll be fine. Like, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna have an embarrassing time.
Yeah.
So,
and if you had fun, who cares?
Yeah. If I wanted to play X white pile from 9 years ago, I can do that. It's whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's a good place for us to end it off.
I agree.
Real quick, want to shout out again. Game night in Columbia next week, the 18th. Is that what I said?
That is the 18th.
Saturday, the 18th. Game night, Columbia, Middle Tennessee area. We got a Pauper 1K going. If you're in the area, if you're drivable distance, hell, fly out here. Do it. We dare you to. Stop by, say hi. It's going to be really, really fun. Me, James, and Hippo. James and Hippo. Me, Hippo, and Thomas are doing commentary, and we cannot wait. We're going to have so much fun. If you can't make it out, please, please, please tune into the commentary. We're trying, let's grow this thing. Let's get some Pauper, eyes on Pauper.
Yeah, we want to have our own Pauper get in here, here in the States.
But maybe it's best Wizards doesn't think Pauper's super popular, so they don't ruin it.
Well, if the Italians can get away with it, we can.
Yeah, I think it'll never get that way because how can it be profitable? Because
it's not.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's a whole nother thing. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions for us, you can send them to commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com. We love hearing your ideas. We love hearing your questions. We like running with that stuff. Leave us a 5-star review if you think we are worth it. We love that stuff. We love the kind words y'all leave us. Thank you.
And I'm sure soon we'll get into another episode of Grab Bags. We've got a few questions hanging in the wings. I know.
Again?
I believe so.
Oh wow!
I believe there's a few questions hanging in the wings, so we can go do some of those again sometime as well. Thank you everyone for listening.
Peace out, y'all.
Later, everyone.
I was waiting for Thomas to say something, but he's gone.
Turns out it's gonna be really hard for him to say anything when he's not sitting here.
Yeah.
This is under an hour. This is gonna be great. He's gonna love this.